New Orleans may get the attention, but Mobile, Alabama, the Big Easy's sister city, has its fair share of strange and spooky tales. Nestled on the beautiful Gulf Coast, this 300-year-old port city has a rich history that includes Native American tribes, French, British, and Spanish colonization, the Civil War, and being the originator of Mardi Gras in the United States. With such a varied history, it's no surprise that Mobile is home to countless restless spirits. During filming of Full Moon Inc., a supernatural film noir set in Mobile, I became curious about the city's paranormal history. Wanting to learn more, I sought out some local experts. I met with local paranormal investigator Tom Rouse. Tom has been researching and investigating Mobile's supernatural stories for several years and founded Strange Journeys, a paranormal sightseeing and investigation tour.
It really started for me when I was a preteen, 11, 12 years old, playing on my grandparents' farm when I was a kid, and actually seeing a full-bodied apparition at this barn that had formerly been a church building. And after the initial scare wore off, about midnight, I went down back to the barn on my own to figure it out.
Notable local haunts include the Richards DAR House Museum, site of a number of hauntings, Washington Square, where Confederate soldiers were allegedly executed during the Civil War, Church Street Graveyard's Boyington Oak, and the historic Fort Condé Inn, among others. But Mobile may be inhabited by more than just restless spirits.
We've had several UFO sightings. There have also been at least 2 Bigfoot sightings. There have also been, in Mobile, 2 werewolf sightings. We even had a chupacabra sighting in the area as well.
Having been regaled by tales of eerie apparitions and creatures of the night, I decided it was time for some hands-on experience on one of Strange Journeys tours.
We set out a history tour. We start off with the history of Mobile, then we start bringing in some odd historical facts, famous outlaws, famous serial killers that are connected to the city. We're a paranormal historical tour because we talk about more than just ghosts. I've got digital recorders, I've got an EMF meter, but we also use some old school techniques. We use dowsing rods, which has been used for millennia to find water. The theory is that the electromagnetic frequency of water and the electromagnetic frequency of paranormal entities are the same. We also use pendulums used to detect electromagnetic frequency. What's become very popular on the tours is the flashlight experiment. We've used that to great success, and hopefully we'll have some success tonight.
Hoping to witness something paranormal firsthand, I was joined by fellow Full Moon Inc. cast members Leah and Monica on a Strange Journeys tour and paranormal investigation.
Depends on what time of night it is. 3 a.m.? Oh, I'm a believer.
There's just too much weird stuff out there. Why not? Keep an open mind.
I think that there are elements that could very well exist, especially if you entertain them. If you ignore it, then they probably are gonna leave you alone. But I don't know. It's one of those things that I've thought about, but then I decide maybe the less I think about it, I'll be okay.
I think that there's something out there. If it's nice, great. If it's not, I'd rather not run into it.
It was really good. It was really good. I'd recommend it. I learned a lot about the histories, as much about the fun ghost stories and such, but I'd recommend it for somebody who appreciates the history of Mobile or who hasn't heard about it at all.
I really enjoyed it. It was super informative. I learned a lot about Mobile, and even though I've lived here for 20 years, there's a lot of little things that I didn't know about. And I thought it was a lot of fun getting to do the interactive parts.
I loved it. It was a hoot. I've been on some cemetery tours before, and this was really cool. I liked this one. The ghost stories were fun.
I felt my hair get tugged on. Not like, by my arm or by Rusty or anything like that. It was like my hair was pulled that way while we were standing by Charles's oak tree. So
I had my rods out and I said, "Is there something here?" And they crossed immediately. And I said, "Are you friendly?" And they crossed again.
Oh,
so it's like, no, okay, let's walk away from here.
There was some fun stuff going on with the flashlight. Though we didn't come away with definitive proof of ghostly activity, there were plenty of creepy moments experienced by each of us throughout the tour. Some might chalk our experiences up to coincidence or skittishness. But just because a lady in white or a misty specter wasn't captured on film doesn't mean they don't exist. And with a history and culture as varied as Mobile's, I can't think of a better place for a spirit to call home.